be paired up with Stephen Davis. Alex Gravel getting the start in goal for the Mooseheads in this one. Talked to J.J. Daniel before the warm-up here tonight, discussed some of those absences, but started off by looking back at that game on Wednesday. Coach Daniel, pretty impressed with what he saw from his Mooseheads.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio. Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
Summer ended, but the party hasn't on Hunter's Corner. The Charlottetown Beer Garden has brought the garden party indoors. The garden is now open from 10 till 2 every Friday and Saturday night. And Moosehead Breweries gives you the latest beats and the garden's best seats, where you and 9 of your friends can win exclusive seating in the Moose Light Secret Garden. Thursdays at the factory. Don't miss throwback trivia followed by Thirsty Thursday with DJ Method. Over at Hunter's, it's entertainment trivia on Thursdays and music trivia on Sundays. The party lives on at Hunter's Corner.
Hi, it's Sean Casey, your Member of Parliament for Charlottetown. These are trying times for all Canadians. Thank you to everyone who is doing their part to keep Prince Edward Island and Charlottetown safe. A special shout out to all healthcare and other essential workers who put themselves on the front line for us each and every day. Call my office at 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And AutoTrader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Your patience is paid off. You've been waiting, asking, wondering when the Charlottetown Islanders team store will open. The answer is now. That's right. The Charlottetown Islanders team store is open again. Now is your chance to grab some new swag and support your Islanders all season long. Head in and see what's new. Drop in Monday to Friday from 10 to 4 to grab the latest Islanders gear to show your support. The Charlottetown Islanders team store is open again. See you soon.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio.
And now, the East Link starting lineup for your Halifax Mooseheads. In goal, number 1, Alex Gravel. On defense, number 20, Justin Barron. And number 79, Jason Horvath. The forwards, number 71, Attilio Biasca. Number 78, Liam Payton. And number 88, Bobby Orr. We ask that you now please rise if you're able to. Remove your headwear and join the Mooseheads' own Peter Bayless for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Qu'embrasser, porter la paix, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Go, Moose, go!
Well, after snapping that franchise best 15-game win streak on Wednesday night, the Mooseheads will try to do something that they haven't done all season long, and that is string together some back-to-back wins over the Q's top club. The Mooseheads set to take on the Charlottetown Islanders here for the 17th time this season. Colton Ellis will get the start in goal in this one for the Charlottetown Islanders. He's been the undisputed top goaltender in the league this year. Some impressive stats for him Alex Gravel, though, has really been turning it on lately, and he will get another start in goal in this one for the Mooseheads tonight, coming off a fantastic 42 save performance over in Charlottetown on Wednesday evening in that 5-2 victory over the Charlottetown Islanders. Gravel now 7-6-3-1 on the year with a .359 goals against average, an .893 save percentage. Mooseheads dealing with some adversity, though. They're missing their two top scorers, so that means a promotion for Attilio Biasca. He's up on the top line to start this game. Liam Payton, Bobby Orr on his wings, Horvath and Barron on the back end as the Mooseheads quickly play it in. It's sent up the left wing by Colton Ellis, and the Islanders will clear it back down toward the net of Gravel. He will get his glove on it, and he's going to be forced to hang on to that one here just 18 seconds into this opening period. And the top line for Charlottetown out to start off this game, and boy, have they been good against the Mooseheads this year. Brett Budgell, Thomas Casey, and Cedric Desrousseaux combining for 38 goals in this season series, 93 points between the three of them. And Thomas Casey looking for a bit of a bounce-back effort of sorts personally, as we heard from Jim Holton, felt that he had a little bit of rust on his game on Wednesday, as that puck will be slid down toward Alex Gravel. Casey has been stellar in this season series, averaging more points per game than any other player. As I mentioned, the Moose dealing with a couple of players out of their lineup. Zach Leroux is serving the second game of his two-game suspension. He wasn't in the lineup on Wednesday. In his absence, Elliot Desnoyers stepping up in a big way, had a goal and 2 assists in the first period. He's out here tonight, an upper body injury for him. He comes into this game third in Q scoring as Zach Jones will bust up Bison. He got tripped up there, lost an edge, and just had to reach out and kind of sweep that puck down toward the corner and quickly back the other way. It's the Islanders in transition, carried in offside. So another break in the action here, 44 seconds in. This face-off will move outside the Charlottetown Islanders blue line. And Elliot Desnoyers joining a growing list of injured Mooseheads players. Looking up front, no James Swan here tonight. William Robitaille banged up, not in the lineup for the Mooseheads. And on the back end, lots of injuries as well. Jake Furlong, Brendan Tomlinson, Alex Tessier, Keegan Hunt, all not dressed here for the Moose this evening, as this puck will be sent back down to the Halifax end. Why not? Plays it off the boards and out to center. Puck rolled back in by Pettin. Oliver will drop it off for Beauregard, or Sean Stewart, pardon me, as he plays it up the left wing side. That puck will be flipped down toward the corner. Oliver heads after it and made the body there on Davis, who got knocked over. Peach with it now. Slide it toward the half wall for a pinching Braden Virtue. Works it down low. Vidicek battles down there with Kieran Gallant. Gallant able to move the puck along the boards for Oliver, who just about lost it in the skates of the official. Back to Virtue. Over to Bailey Peach now on the right wing, and he'll slide it down toward the corner. Davis will collect the loose puck for the Mooseheads, and he'll try to float one out. Flips it, and it's going to bounce back down into the Islanders' end. As no allowance is on it there for Charlottetown. He'll send it off the wall and out to center. Dylan Chisholm takes a pretty solid bump there from Ben Boyd. Those two pretty familiar with each other. The Nova Scotia under-18 Major League last year. As this puck will be cleared out to center, bumped off the boards back down into the Mooseheads end. Chisholm called up for a 5th game, plays it off for Cam Wynot as the Mooseheads make their way up ice. A shot from Putnam, and that was steered aside by Ellis. Back up ice, it's Elliott. He'll come in down the right wing, and that shot blocked by a sprawling Justin Barron. Great block right there from the captain. And Barron now, he'll drive it in down the left wing side of the backhand, threw it toward the goal, and then tried to bounce it in off of Ellis, who was down. And you got to be careful right there. Desrousseaux looking to drop it off. He will leave it behind the net for Cormier. Cormier swinging it up the right wing for Desrousseaux, and he'll snap one in, and that's gloved down by Gravel. He'll toss it aside for Barron off the end boards for Horvath to try to pass up the middle. Always a dangerous decision right there. That one hit a body, bounced right into Gravel, and Mooseheads netminder grabbing a hold of it. and hanging on to it here for the defensive zone face-off for the Mooseheads. So this draw will be to Gravel's left. Brett Budgel will take it. He wears the C for the Charlottetown Islanders, lining up against Attilio Biasca. Biasca with a face-off win. He was 12 for 25 in the face-off circle on Wednesday. There was 25 draws, the most face-offs that Biasca has taken since he arrived in Halifax. Islanders will force it back into the Mooseheads end. Horvath around the boards for Payton. He'll hand off there for Biasca, and Biasca now will skate it back behind the Mooseheads net. Leaves it for Horvath. Horvath dishing off the Barron as the Mooseheads look to break out, and that is broken up at center. Brett Budgel down the left wing for Casey. He's got DeRousseau streaking toward the net, but Gravel got that paddle down, broke it up, and he will grab a hold of it. Casey having quite a season. 63 points on the year. That is despite missing a few games due to an illness last week. 63 points coming in just 33 games this year for the Charlottetown native. We will talk about his great season coming up during our second intermission with longtime Islanders broadcaster George Matthews, so stick around for that. Face-off win here in the Mooseheads end for the Islanders. It's going to be played down the left wing, work back to the right point for Virtue. Lets a shot go. A bouncer there as Kyle Pettin just got a piece of it. Peters on it now for the Moose. Ahead for Wynot. He'll dish off for Pettin. He'll drive it in down the right wing. Tries to shake Stewart. Those two will battle along the boards as LeBlanc poked it loose. Bouncing puck now. The Islanders looking to corral it, and it'll be carried up ice by Gay. He'll play it on the right wing for Virtue, and he stood up by Wynot. Good physical play from the Moosehead sophomore defenseman. Wynot will bank it off the boards down into the Islanders end. Jones gives chase. He'll beat Cormier to that puck, but he's pinned up along the wall now by Virtue as it's worked loose for LeBlanc. Patrick Gay up the right wing for Beauregard. And the hard-nosed Islanders forward will dump that one in. It's quickly gathered up by Davis. Davis will bang it off the boards and out to neutral ice. Good work there from Jordan Dumas. He was giving Noah Lowen a few issues, but the Islanders regrouping. They will dump it back in, and quickly on it here is Bailey Peach. She'll slide it up top for Lowen. Stick explodes in his hands. That allows Dumas to hand off now for Myron. Myron kind of got held up there as Cormier was in his way. Myron looking for a call, and the official's not biting on that one as it's going to be punched back in now by Oliver, and he'll take a hard hit from Wynot as he runs over Oliver down there in the Mooseheads corner. Robinson on the loose puck for Halifax. He'll play it up the right wing. Dumas able to bank it off the wall and out to center. Islanders fire it back in, and Wynot will slow things down here. He's got 14:36 to go in this opening period. No score here at the Scotiabank Center. Puck played up the left wing, and Alex David couldn't quite handle it as the Mooseheads reset. Now carried up ice by Peters on the right side for Putnam. He'll dish that one off. A rolling puck toward the line, kept in by Barron. He will make his way down the right side, trying to toss it out front back door for Peters, but that was broken up by Ellis. Barron gets it back. He'll take it for a skate. Lets a shot go, and Ellis got enough of it to keep it out. Alex David looking to play it back toward the point, but that was picked off by Ryan Maynard. And just was able to shake a check for Barron, who had him in his sights out at center. And now Horvath roughed up along the boards by Stewart. Big impact. Virtue will hand off for Stewart. Yeniganesh native playing it up ahead as that puck quickly cleared back out to center by Justin Barron. On it there is Virtue, and the former Gatineau Olympic dumps it in. It's stopped behind the net by Gravel. Now a pass up the left wing. That was intended for Payton. He missed it. Virtue hammered it wide of the Mooseheads net. Islanders keep it in. Biasca pokes it away from Casey. It's knocked down behind the net, though, for DeRousseau. He'll try to leave it now for Budgel. Budgel back over toward the corner for DeRousseau. He throws it toward the left circle. Casey finds it there. He'll spin and work it off the end. Boards down low for Budgel. Tries to roll off of Biasca. Biasca can't get it from the Islanders captain. He'll play it back toward the left point. Stewart lets a shot go. That hits a skate. Puck is loose. Back to the right point for Virtue. He'll let it go, and that's off the stick of Payton. 4 on it now for the Moose. He'll fire it up ahead for Peyton, and Peyton with a little poke on that one, and tough break right there. He knocked it down, but just kind of overskated it. So no score here in period number 1. We will take a break live from the Scotiabank Center. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7.
There's a shot. Islanders score!
Hi, this is Sean Casey, your MP for Charlottetown. Our federal government is working hard to make sure we have your back during this epic challenge. We'll block shots and keep digging so you can reach your goals. Call for information on programs and services supporting all Charlottetown Islanders.
Call 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
It's Fair Isle Ford, Charlottetown Islanders Radio.
Edge.
Here on News 95.7, Gareth McDonald back with you live from the Scotiabank Center. Mooseheads control off that defensive zone draw. They'll force it down into Islanders territory, but Beauregard comes away with it here for Charlottetown as he plays it up the left wing. Will be poked down toward the corner by LeBlanc. Patrick Gay throwing his weight around there, but Robinson will come away with it here for the Mooseheads. So now Jones breaks up ice for Kyle Pettin, and that is whistled dead. An offside call at the Islanders blue line, rather, as the Mooseheads came in offside. So 12:19 left in period number 1. No score here in Halifax. Referees tonight, Jeff Hopkins and Jonathan Langell. Brett Boyce and Alexander Cameron, the linesman. Vidicek now lining up against Oliver. Pulled that one back, but Peach quickly pounced on it. Now he'll get roughed up down in the corner, get taken to the ice, but that puck worked toward the slot area for Oliver. He couldn't get the shot off. Myron will clear it out for the Moose. Rolling puck back down into the Islanders end. Trudeau pulls up along the boards. Tries to shake a check there, and it's sent out to center. Vidicek. He'll absorb a bump from Plantowski as Peach comes in. Turn that one over, and now Myron with it for the Moose. Back toward the point. Chisholm. He'll lob a shot toward the net. That was blocked. Pops right out to Davis. Trying to get a shot off, and kind of mishandled it, and the Islanders now will make their way back the other way. Over to Oliver. A quick shot there, ripped right on. And Gravel makes the save to keep that one out. But boy, nifty little play right there from Sam Oliver, the rookie. 8 goals on the season. Coming into this one, Gallant dishing off, and perfect example there. Little catch and release action from the 2020 second round pick. Puck on his stick and off of his stick, and fluid motion. Great release. Poked out to center off that faceoff by Putnam. And the Islanders will send it back in. Gravel out to play it. He will send it up the right wing side. That'll bounce off a stick back down into Islanders territory. Drew Elliott on it now for Charlottetown. Leaves it for Virtue. Great Virtue. Handing it off there for Stewart. It's played up the left wing side, and that'll be dumped in by Maynard as Elliott gives chase after it. And Drew Elliott got knocked over down there, and Jones swooping in. He'll pick it up. Dished off for Robinson. Try to drop it off for Jones. He blows it tire, and now a 3-on-1 the other way for Charlottetown here. There's a shot. They score. Lucas Cormier busting in down the left wing side, had options, elects to shoot. And the Islanders leading 1-0 here in the first period. Now just a tough breakdown inside that Islanders blue line for the Mooseheads. Lucas Robinson with a drop pass for Zach Jones. Jones kind of overskating that one. It jammed on the brakes to catch it. Lost an edge. Cormier comes back the other way. 3-on-1 there. And the defenseman doesn't even think about passing on that one. He lets the shot go and rip it past Gravel. The Islanders striking first here as We approach the midway point of this first period. Jason Horvath off the face-off. He'll play it up the right wing for Orr. Cormier comes in, takes that one away. Off for Lau, wanted to pass back for Cormier, not quite connecting, and we've got an interference penalty. Cormier will head off toward the Islanders penalty box, and the first power play of the game will go the Mooseheads' way. Mooseheads going 1 for 2 on the man advantage in Charlottetown on Wednesday night. It was a bit of a role reversal and kind of a very different story. The script flipped a bit compared to what we saw over there in Charlottetown on Sunday. Penalties, power plays that game really favored the Mooses. Justin Barron off the draw, snaps a shot, comes back up top to Wynot. He'll let it go. That was blocked. Barron back in possession. Out for Orr. Bobby Orr, he'll sweep it up top for Wynot. Right side for Barron. Justin Barron rink wide to Biasca. Biasca down here in the corner. He'll take a bump down there from Stewart as the Mooseheads maintain possession. Work back to the line. Barron over to Wynot. Left side to Peters. He'll dish it back for Wynot. Sends it behind his back to Barron. Back toward the line for Wynot. Loads up. Peters lets the shot go. That was off the stick of Stewart. And now Justin Barron, or Cam Wynot, pardon me, trying to center toward the slot. And Biasca lost his stick right there. It comes back to Orr. He'll dish off. Orr with it once again to Biasca. Filio Biasca up top to Wynot. Right side for Barron, a shot, and that is stopped by Ellis. A bit of a wild scramble down there in the Islanders' end, but the Mooseheads able to keep that one in for some pretty good zone time on this Halifax power play. I was getting to it, that power play comment on Sunday. The power plays were 7-1 in favor of the Mooseheads over in Charlottetown. But the other night, in that 5-2 Mooseheads win over the Islanders, 7-2 in favor of Charlottetown. As right off of this draw, Jordan Dumais, he will dish off for Horvath, over to Vidicek, back to Dumais. That opens up. Jones lets a shot go, and Ellis got a piece of that one as it's picked up now by LeBlanc. He had a man busting. That was Patrick Gay. Good stick by Horvath as Jones drives back in with it. He tried the center out front. That was picked off. Horvath keeps it in. Loose puck here. Jordan Dumais on it for the Moose. He'll take it toward the high slot area and then to the right wing as he dropped it off for Jones. Jones will bank it up top now for Horvath. Over to Dumais. Dumais trying to work it there toward the front. That hits the side of the net. Landowski battling for the Islanders. Loose puck. Trudeau and Myron will poke away. Dumais trying to come away with it. He gets knocked over in the corner. Myron trying to work it loose and now cleared out by Trudeau as that penalty to Cormier has expired, so we're back to five-a-side hockey. 8:27 to play here in period number 1. Lucas Cormier, the top-scoring defenseman in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, with the goal as it's worked up ahead. Orr will punch it in, comes in down the right wing side on his backhand, pulls up. They're going to pass through it, hit a skate. Payton will find it. To Biasca lets a shot go. That was blocked by Virtue toward the line. Robinson holds it in down the boards. Payton will take a bump there, and the Islanders back in control now as Peach will take it out through center up the right wing for Elliott. He'll drive it down the boards. Kind of got held up there as he battled with Robinson. Loose puck. Stewart pinches in. He'll let a shot go. That was stabbed aside by Gravel. Got a stick on it. And we get a whistle. 7:46 left in the first period as the Mooseheads netminder hangs on. back in. Hands it off now for Stephen Davis. Davis will lob one toward the net. That was punched aside by Ellis. We'll chat with Stephen Davis coming up during our first intermission. LeBlanc for Maynard, and Ryan Maynard will dump that one in for the Charlottetown Islanders. It is worked around the boards by Davis. Myron will play it back down behind the Mooseheads net. And now Davis firing it up the right wing side as Moose having a tough time breaking out right now. And again, kept in at the point. Some great work there. That puck was kept in 4 times in that last sequence by Sean Stewart at the left point. Finally, 6 minutes to play here in the first period. Welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads hockey here on News 95.7. 5:53 to play in the first period. Islanders controlling off of this face-off. Noah Lowen will hammer one down toward the Mooseheads net, and that will be snagged by Halifax's overage netminder, Alex Gravel. Gravel certainly looking pretty confident right now for the Mooseheads, which is a very good sign. Look back to a game over in Charlottetown a couple of weeks ago. A bit of a turning point in the later stages of this season, I think, for Alex Gravel. Had a fantastic performance of the Mooseheads, turned in another good one on Wednesday. And his game right now seems to be trending in the right direction as Peach will step into the corner, puts a shot right on, and that was stopped by the Mooseheads goalie. And Gravel will hang on to it. 5:31 remaining here in period number 1. And Gravel will get set for another face-off to his left, his blocker side. Tilio Biasca making his way on the ice now to take this face-off. Biasca scoring his first career Q-League goal the last time the Mooseheads played in this building back about a week ago now, I guess last Friday, in that big lopsided win over the Eagles. Took 15 games, but Biasca scored in that one at his first multi-point night on Wednesday. A couple of assists as the Mooseheads will turn it over. DeRousseau over for Casey. A chance in front. Gravel down, and he will keep it out as the top line for the Islanders trying to convert here and add to their lead. They are dangerous every time they're on the ice. Cedric DeRousseau working around for Thomas Casey, and Budgell had a chance in front. Gravel kicking out that right pad to knock it away. But they have got some fantastic chemistry together. And fortunately, Moose have seen a lot of that chemistry clicking this year in this season series. Halifax trying to work it out, bouncing puck, and it's going to be poked at there by Horvath. Orr will take it back in, though, and he sends it back there for Horvath. A pass up the middle that'll kind of tip off a Moosehead stick as it rolls down around Ellis, and sensing some pressure down around his crease. Islanders goaltender will hang on to it. River Dennis, Nova Scotia native, having quite a season, comes into this game 21-1 on the year. 7 shutouts, 181 goals against average, and 926 save percentage. Those last 3 categories, he is the Q's statistical leader. So leading all goalies in shutouts, goals against average, and save percentage as the Islanders look to break out. Trudeau will poke it up ahead, sending it up the left wing side. Rousseau, rink wide now for Casey. He'll jam on the brakes. Back to Plandowski, trying to fire it wide, looking for a redirect from Rousseau. Couldn't quite get a stick on it as Budgel has it. He'll try to center out front. It was off of Gravel's stick, but picked up there, stripped away by Budgel. Sends it up top to Plandowski, over to Trudeau. Rink wide now for Budgel. He tried to get a shot off, and that was shot from Plandowski as it came back to him at the right point. Islanders with some good pressure as it comes back to the line. Trudeau will snap one right on net, and Gravel making the save as the Islanders applying plenty of pressure on that last shift. Some good zone time for them. Both teams will get some fresh legs out here on the ice. Ryan Maynard, who was a healthy scratch for Charlottetown on Wednesday night, he draws back into the lineup. This is the fourth line for Charlottetown. Drew Elliott flanked by Ryan Maynard, typically a defenseman, but has played some forward in his minor hockey career. He's been doing a pretty good job of it up front here as we've got a tilt. The gloves are off. Dylan Chisholm going at it here with Ben Boyd, and boy, are they throwing them hard rights for both guys. And they're just teeing off at one another right now. A spirited tilt here. My goodness, some history between these two combatants. Dates back to the last few years. That was a fantastic scrap. And old school Donnybrook here at the Scotiabank Center. And Dylan Chisholm fired up after that one. Well, I cannot remember the last time that we have seen a fight quite like that here in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. As Ben Boyd and Dylan Chisholm, man, were they going at it. They wanted that one. We've seen those two go at it each time that they were on the ice. And a bit of history from the under-18 major ranks. A couple of hard-nosed players that aren't afraid to throw their weight around it. Boy, they weren't afraid to throw the fists in that last little tilt. Quite a battle here. So they will go and take an early seat in the dressing room after that one. Cup of Gatorade, and they will get set for period number 2. But the bench pretty fired up after that scrap, as it's going to be cleared out now by Robinson. Bouncy puck back down into the Islanders' end. It's knocked up the boards. Patrick Gay toward the middle, and Beauregard will punch it in. He'll shoot one wide of the net. Lucas Robinson trying to work it loose there as the Islanders look to go to work up top for Noah Loud. He'll fake the shot. Now he puts one right on. Pat save. Now Cormier spins. He gets a shot off, and that was blocked. It's going to be knocked off the boards there by Robinson. But again, the Islanders keep it in. Beauregard down low for Gay. He'll work it up top to Cormier, right side for Lowen. He'll shoot that one way wide of the net. It caroms off the boards, and it'll come back down into the Charlottetown zone as Cormier's quickly on it. The Vegas Golden Knights prospect working that one up ice. LeBlanc down low now with Davis. Lay a little check back behind that Mooseheads net. Landon Myron's more the middle for Horvat. That'll be sent off the boards. Dumais tracking after it here. Battle with Lowen. Islanders look to break out. LeBlanc up ahead now for Oliver. He'll come in down the left wing side. What a check. Jason Horvat getting all of Oliver. But tough as nails, Oliver right back up, unfazed by that one. What an impact inside the Mooseheads blue line. And Oliver staying right out there. Oliver with it now for the Islanders. He'll try to clear it out. That was knocked down by Dumais. And Oliver back on it now as he dishes off for Plandowski. Dangles his way in a shot, and he'll send that one up and out of play. But boy, some nifty hands right there on display from Oscar Plandowski. As this first period has had a bit of everything. Some bone-crushing checks, a fantastic scrap, and great handles as well from Oscar Plantowski's. We got to look at that huge hit. Jason Horvath getting all of Sam Oliver as he cut toward the middle. Oliver had him in his sights. Now Cedric Desrousseaux having a little conversation. Brett Budgel also in discussions with Jason Horvath. Thomas Casey was up to something back there. We got quite a picture here of that big check. It looks like the Mooseheads will pick up a power play as a result. That check from Horvath certainly caught the attention of the Charlottetown Islanders. And perhaps the biggest check that we've seen all season long here. So this faceoff moves back down into Charlottetown territory. Just 2:13 remaining. The Mooseheads trailing the Islanders 1-0. Lucas Cormier with the only goal of this game. His 15th came on a 3-on-1. Comes back to the line for why not. He will send it off the boards. Lowen quickly on it. A chance to clear. Justin Barron holds it in as he was pressured there by Cedric Desrousseaux. Lowen now will fire it down into the Mooseheads end as Gravel comes out to drop it off. Leaves it for Cam Wynot. Minute 35 to go on this power play. Carried up ice now by Wynot. He'll drop it off for Orr. And Orr tried to send that one in deep, but kind of whiffed on it, and that allows Beauregard to clear it out as Barron will come back to retrieve it. He'll drive it right down the middle. Some speed now for Barron. A little pass there for Peters. Sent Peters on the puck. Didn't quite get a shot off there as he ran into real estate. Took it behind the net. Piasca with it now along the half wall. He'll work it down low for Orr, and that is played back to the line, and Barron couldn't keep that in, so he'll be forced back into his own end now. A minute 08 left in the period. 50 seconds now remaining on this Halifax power play. Thomas Casey in the penalty box for the Islanders. Now carried back up ice by Horvath. He will drop it off. Vidicek punches it in. Over to Myron. A bouncing puck off the end boards down here in the Islanders' end. And Vidicek tried to work it over there for Jones, but a strong clear by Kieran Gallant with time ticking off the clock here in this opening frame. Zach Jones back up ice now for the Mooseheads. He'll dump it in. Gets to it first down there in the Charlottetown corner. Good work. Landon Myron in to help out. He got tripped up there, lost an edge. Vidicek looking to hold this in, and he'll be taken down there as well. And that, again, will allow the Islanders to clear it out. And not a whole lot going for the Mooseheads on that power play. It's now over five-a-side hockey with 8 seconds remaining in period number 1. The Moose will just let time tick away here. Jason Horvath slows it down, and the buzzer goes. The Islanders leading the Mooseheads 1-0 through 20 minutes of play. But a memorable first period here at the Scotiabank Center. Jason Horvath with a huge hit on Sam Oliver. Again, that seemed to draw the attention of the Islanders. We will see how that storyline plays out here tonight. And again, something we don't see a whole lot anymore. Toda.
There's a shot. Islanders score!
Hi, this is Sean Casey, your MP for Charlottetown. Our federal government is working hard to make sure we have your back during this epic challenge. We'll block shots and keep digging so you can reach your goals. Call for information on programs and services supporting all Charlottetown Islanders.
Call 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
Your Charlottetown Islanders want you back in the building. So they've partnered with Century 21 Colonial Realty to offer fan cutouts. Buy your fan cutout for $30 and you're automatically entered into the virtual Fan of the Game contest. Every home game gets you a chance to win great prizes from the Isles Team Shop and the grand prize of a 2021-2022 season ticket. Get details at charlottetown.islanders.com. Tune in or catch the next Islanders game at one of their viewing partner locations. They're home to Cape Breton this Tuesday and Wednesday.
By all means, go ahead and compare Lincoln to the competition. You may be surprised to see how our luxury SUVs stack up. With our calm interiors, suite of standard driver assist technologies, and pickup and delivery service, Lincoln brings you thoughtful experiences and comfort in the extreme. Schedule your discovery drive and compare Lincoln today. We're confident you'll be extremely glad that you did. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca.
Hey, you! What are you doing with my clipboard?
Look, Coach, who I am isn't important, but your game plan is. See, you got armchair athletes here, and you got exercisers out there, and they're all making the most of winter. Some eat at home, some want to eat out watching the big game, and Hunter's Corner has winning plays for all of them.
You're right. Hunter's Corner is a winning choice for all sports enthusiasts.
There's always specials on when you're there to watch the game, or you can go online or use their app to pre-order food and beer for home delivery or curbside pickup. This winter, it's game on at Hunter's Corner.
"2020 is like a giant game of shinny. Whether your goal is the big leagues or just staying on your feet, we're all in this 2020 game together. None of us know which way our stick is going to be thrown, and all we can do is play within the rules, be safe, and bring our A game in 2020.
This message brought to you from Sean Casey, MP for Charlottetown, who is here to help.
This island, it's a place of new discoveries that's been waiting here for you. In every breath of wind and grain of sand, one island voice speaks through. This is a land of adventures, big and small, and quiet moments to wonder at the beauty of it all. This place, this island, it's for you and for me. This place, this island, it's where your spirit can be free. Come find your island, Prince Edward Island.
Buying local is now more important than ever. ADL is proudly PEI family farm owned and proud to offer you quality dairy products, especially ADL chocolate milk. Packed with 16 essential nutrients, ADL chocolate milk is delicious, nutritious, and a family favorite. While many things have changed, ADL quality dairy products have remained the same. Next time you're out shopping, is ADL chocolate milk in your grocery cart?
Island made, you can tell. It comes from a good place, ADL. ADL.
Introducing the new Eastlink TV experience. Now with TiVo, get voice command,
Watch Jesse,
personalized recos, and all the content you love in one place. Spend less time searching and more time watching. That's the Eastlink Edge.
It's Fair Isle Ford, Charlottetown Islanders Radio. Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
When you provide quality local products for your community, they'll support you back. For over 65 years, ADL has been providing quality products as well as supporting communities on the island. Just as you see ADL products in your local store, ADL also gives back to the community through local hockey rinks, hospitals, community events, and so much more. It's not just better for your family, it's better for PEI. ADL, quality, local, community involved. Visit them online at adl.ca.
Peter Norton from Norton's Jewelers here. Myself, my son Craig, and our team are proud to be your local neighborhood jewelers. As people who are born and raised on the island, we know the importance of local. We shop local, eat local, and give locally. We encourage you to do the same and continue to support your community by connecting and buying from local business owners like myself and others. We're happy Norton's Jewelers is open, and we look forward to seeing you to help you add another chapter to your love story with the perfect piece of jewelry.
Norton's Jewelers.
The first 3 days of March have been a little weird here on PEI, locking it down in the red zone. That goes no different for your Charlottetown Islanders. We're all doing the isolation thing, doing our part to keep PEI safe. But while we're doing it, we're going to have a little bit of fun here too. So this is Isolated Incidents. So the first question, Oscar, whose gear on your guys' team smells the worst?
I'm gonna have to say Sammy's because he's always washing it. He's always asking Kev and Spy to put like every single piece of his gear into the washer with all our gitch.
That's a tough one. Kevin Spies do a pretty good job keeping all the boys' gear clean, but I'm gonna say Gooby.
Probably Goobies. Gooby's just kind of a smelly guy, really. In general, he can stink up the bus sometimes. So I'm guessing it's Gooby.
I'll say Gooby. Spide's pretty keen on washing everything, so I'll give Spide credit for that and not throw anybody under the bus there.
I would say that my gloves are probably one of the worst smelling things in there on our team. Just like I've started to wash them in the washing machine, so they haven't been as bad. But in the past, like for some reason, I could never get my gloves to not smell bad. And I don't want to throw anybody else under the bus, so I'll throw myself under the bus.
Who on your guys' team has the weirdest superstition, like pregame ritual or superstition, anything like that?
The goalies obviously are weird. They got their whole rituals they like to do. They have those little bouncy balls that they throw up the wall and stuff like that, and do all this weird stuff with that.
Colton does quite a bit of stuff when he plays in game days. He kind of different things with headphones. Like sometimes you don't see him for a bit. But
Like I'd like to say that I'm pretty normal with my routines. Like nothing crazy, pretty standard. I think Goob's pretty well the same way. So
Oscar goes out really early for like before we go out. So I'll say that. I don't know.
Plando's like dressed probably 30 minutes before warm up. He's out in the hallway buzzing around. Maybe Sammy the other day. Sammy was dressed. I think he had his skates on before I was done warming up.
Probably Sam Oliver. He does some wacky things. He's always pretty paranoid with tape jobs and all that stuff. Maybe him.
Sammy's had a couple different like times where he's done some weird things before the games.
I'm going to give you a little bit of redemption here because a few of the interviews I've done before this have named you as like the weird superstition guy. So what does a game day look like for you then?
I usually show up like pretty early, but like 3.5 hours before. Kind of just get out of my suit and just get all my sticks ready. The sticks are probably that's where I spend the most of my time kind of getting ready. I just got to make sure all my tape jobs and everything's all perfect. If I'm not playing well, I'll switch it up and switch up the color, switch up the knob. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I kind of have like these essential oils, and I kind of smell those before I get on the ice.
I'll say maybe like Virtue and Peach should put like something on their legs and stuff.
Which of your teammates is most likely to lock himself out of their room on a road trip?
Drew Elliott. For sure.
Definitely like Ben Boyd or Drew. Yeah, I'll say
Drew or Boyder, probably.
Everybody kind of knows this would probably be Boyder and Al.
Ben Boyd for sure, no question about it.
I would go with Ben Boyd and Drew Elliott just because they're roommates together.
I'd have to either go with Ben Boyd or Drew Elliott.
Last question. Colton Ellis just signed this new contract with St. Louis Blues. What's the first thing that you think Colton is going to buy with that brand spanking new contract?
Well, it's kind of become a ritual here that when somebody signs a contract that they are supposed to take the team out to Take Sushi and buy everybody sushi. I think P.O. did it before I got here, and then Nikita followed suit. Corms hasn't gotten the chance yet to do it, but I think Corms and Colton, I think those will be the first purchase they'll have to make for the boys after we get out of quarantine.
I don't know, maybe he might be treating the boys to some Take sushi soon, so I don't know. Maybe if we get out of isolation, maybe that's what he'll splurge his money on.
I'm going one or two ways. If we're out of isolation anytime soon, he's probably going to buy the boys something to eat, I'm guessing. Or he'll buy himself something. He's either going to like buy his parents something or himself, like a car or something like that.
Maybe like a nice set of shoes. As a big H&M guy, so probably go there and get a few things for sure.
Colton and I are huge H&M guys. Like we love, like it's not too expensive there, but 70% of the clothes he owns is H&M. So I mean, we're in work isolation right now, but he might go on the H&M site and order some clothes. That'd be my guess.
I've been asking everybody else this question, their opinions. Now we're gonna get it from the horse's mouth. What's the first thing you're gonna buy with your new contract?
Well, I'm a big fan of H&M. Maybe a couple new dress clothes, maybe some dress clothes, maybe a dress jacket. Kind of get some more style points going here.
Listen, I got to call you out as a veteran and as a teammate guy because the answer so far across the board has been the first thing you're going to buy is Take Sushi for the boys once you guys are out of isolation.
Yeah, I think me and Corms are gonna have to treat the boys here. I think it's pretty well expected, so we'll have to take the boys out.
There's a shot. Islanders score!
Hi, this is Sean Casey, your MP for Charlottetown. Our federal government is working hard to make sure we have your back during this epic challenge. We'll block shots and keep digging so you can reach your goals. Call for information on programs and services supporting all Charlottetown Islanders.
Call 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
A new online mental health resource is now available to Islanders. It's called Bridge the Gap, and it's part service directory, part knowledge hub, and the go-to resource for mental health and substance use information and support for all ages. You can browse programs, connect with local clinicians, and find peer support anytime, anywhere. And the best part, Bridge the Gap is absolutely free to use. Visit pei.bridgethegap.ca to learn more. That's GAP with 2 P's. This ad paid for by the Government of Prince Edward Island with funding support from Canada Health Infoway.
B.D. Thomas Casey flying in there in the backhand all the way to the goal. He scores! QMJHL Friday Night Hockey is back exclusively on Eastlink Community TV. To subscribe, visit eastlink.ca.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio.
Weather for Centennial Nissan. Conquer winter in the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue, featuring intelligent all-wheel drive with 5 distinct all-wheel drive modes: Sport, Terrain, Normal, Eco, and Snow. Get excited for the award season sales event at Centennial Nissan in Charlottetown and Summerside.
When you provide quality local products for your community, they'll support you back. For over 65 years, ADL has been supporting communities on the island. ADL gives back to the community through local hockey rinks, hospitals, community events, and so much more. It's not just better for your family, it's better for PEI. ADL. Quality, local, community involved. Visit them online at adl.ca.
Island made, you can tell. It comes from a good place. ADL. ADL.
Hi, it's Sean Casey, your Member of Parliament for Charlottetown. These are trying times for all Canadians. Thank you to everyone who is doing their part to keep Prince Edward Island and Charlottetown safe. A special shout out to all healthcare and other essential workers who put themselves on the front line for us each and every day. Call my office at 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
Quitting smoking is one of the hardest things you will ever do, but help is available. The PEI Smoking Cessation Program is available to support all Islanders who smoke or use other tobacco products and are ready to quit by providing nicotine replacement therapy or specific cessation medications. Now is the time to put your health first and make the first step towards quitting. Live your best life smoke-free. Visit princeedwardisland.ca/quitsmoking or call the Smokers Helpline, 1-877-513-5333. Paid for by the province of PEI.
We're back with more Charlottetown Islanders Fair Out Ford Isles Radio.
And thanks, Chris. Second period just getting underway. Lucas Cormier with the only goal in that opening frame. Islanders leading the Mooseheads 1-0 as Justin Barron will play it up the left wing side for former Islander Liam Payton. He tries to shovel it out, but the line held by Lau, and he'll dish it down the right wing boards. Comes back to Lau, and he'll fire one wide of the net. That'll bounce off the end boards right back to Lucas Cormier. He will keep it in as the Islanders look to go to work early in period number 2. Justin Barron off the glass and out. That will get past Cormier. A bit of a foot race now as Lowen and Orr track after it. And Lowen getting to it first. Knocked it up the boards. Cormier will fire it rink wide. Now loose at center. Poked in by Budge. He had Casey with him, but Robinson was able to knock it off of his stick, and that could have been very dangerous if not for that extra little poke from Mooseheads blue liners. Halifax in transition now, carried up ice by Pettin. He'll drive the net a shot, and that was off of Ellis, up and over. Islanders netminder getting a piece of it. Now he'll come out of his net to play and hands it off for Halifax native Oscar Plandowski, who picked up his 4th goal of the season on Wednesday. Came on the power play in the second period against the Mooseheads. Horvat dropping it off for Robinson. He'll work it up the left wing side, but that skipped past Pettin. Now it's chances. It's ripped wide by LeBlanc. He had it bounce out to him in the slot. Racing to try to hold it in at the left point was Trudeau. He couldn't get there in time, and now he'll work it over for his partner. Plandowski bounces one in toward Gravel. Patrick Gay pressing as Justin Barron tried to, or pardon me, Jason Horvath rather, tried to work that one underneath Alex Gravel. And Gravel hanging on to it here with 18-16 left in the second period. The Islanders leading the Mooseheads 1-0. quite a first period here, just the one goal, but some big hits. Speaking of Jason Horvat, laid a big check on Oliver's. Gallant little toe drag, chance in front. What a stop by Gravel as the Islanders with a fantastic opportunity, and it was Sam Oliver who took that big hit late in the first period. He had the chance in front. Puck kind of bouncing on him, didn't get exactly what he wanted. Nifty little move from Gallant, that little toe drag. Ripped it right on net. Gravel making the initial stop. That puck was sitting there for Oliver, but it just kind of bounced on him as he took a whack at it. And Gravel able to get the pad over to keep that one out as Peach will keep it in. Rims it around. Davis trying to poke it up the boards. Gallant back in possession now for the Islanders. And he's hooked that there. Delayed penalty coming up now to the Mooseheads. Gallant's going to draw it. So hooking call, I believe this will be to Marcus Vidicek. Vidicek will go sit for 2 or less, and Q's top-ranked power play will get their first opportunity here. The Islanders going 2 for 7 on the man advantage in that 5-2 loss to the Mooseheads on Wednesday night in Charlottetown. Those goals coming less than 4 minutes apart in the second period. Oscar Plandowski and Cedric Desrousseaux striking on that man advantage for the Islanders as the Mooseheads win this faceoff. It'll be cleared away and stopped at the side of the net by Ellis, who left it for Lucas Cormier, who's got this game's only goal. He'll drop it off for the Q's leading goal scorer. Now Budgel makes his way in. He'll snap it wide of the net, and it'll carry him off the boards back down into Islanders territory. Ellis gets the stick out, leaves it there for Cormier. Cormier dropped off now for Desrousseaux. Cedric Desrousseaux will carry this one in down the left wing side. He'll work it around. Thomas Casey dishes off to Budgel. Budgel back for Cedric Desrousseaux to Cormier. Back for Desrousseaux toward the goal line, and that was swept toward the net by Casey, but pad saved by Gravel. Cormier with it once again, center point. Dishes off toward the top of the right circle for Cedric Desrousseaux. Up top to Cormier. No allowing. Bump toward the middle. Budgel dishes off for Desrousseaux, and he'll fire that one out of play. Sure Gravel get a piece of that one or not. It deflects into the netting, so play blown dead. 48 seconds remaining on this Charlottetown power play. 16:36 to go in this second period. The Islanders leading 1-0. Zach Beauregard in to take the face-off. He's been good in the face-off circle this year. He'll win that draw as Peach dishes off to Plandowski. Back for Trudeau on the right side of Plandowski. Trudeau with it again. Lets a shot go. Knocked wide by Beauregard. Rebound in front. Plandowski back on it. Top of the left circle to Gay over for Trudeau. That was tipped wide. Chance to the side of the net, and Gravel gets across to keep that one out of his net, and he will cover it up with 16:15 left in this second period. Another face-off down here in this Mooseheads end. There's 27 seconds left on that Marcus Vidicek penalty. Patrick Gay will take the face-off, and a big check down there on Cam Wineout as he got roughed up. And Jones trying to break one up. He got it out and over the blue line, but Patrick Gay stripped it away. And now dishing off for Trudeau. That's knocked off of his stick. And now the Moose able to clear the zone as Plandowski tracks back after it. He'll try to dish off for Patrick Gay, but some good work. Tenacious forechecking from Zach Jones as Patrick Gay will make his way out slowly. Penalty now over. Peach will try to punch it in. Got poked at by Orr. It's going to be flipped up ahead for Vidicek out of the box. A breakaway, a shot, and it's stopped by Ellis. Ellis squeezes the pads there. He'll make the save. And Bailey Peach now coming back up ice. And Peach is going to draw a penalty on Davis. And Davis doesn't like that, nor do the fans here at the Scotiabank Center. So the Moose, having just killed that penalty, are going to have to try to do it all over again. Marcus Vidicek with a great opportunity. Comes out of the penalty box. Takes that long, bouncy pass. arms of Davis coming up on that last check. And they're going to call that roughing for Davis, as it will be bounced down toward Colton Ellis. He will steer it aside. It'll lead up 10 seconds on this Charlottetown power play as the puck's dropped off. DeRousseau will fire it in, and that is an icing. So roughing call to Davis. He'll go sit for 2. Saw that long little dump play there. And the Islanders, they use that a lot over in Charlottetown. I think you're a little more comfortable with your own boards. You know what the way it's going to bounce, and often seen Thomas Casey use his elite speed to pounce on some of those. But Islanders couldn't get to that puck first, and that results in that ice here on the power play, something we don't see Charlottetown do too often. Carried back in now by the Islanders. Noah Lowen will work it down toward the corner. He's on it. He'll hand off for Cedric DeRousseau toward the line for Cormier. Back for DeRousseau. He'll drop off to Lowen. Over to Cormier, center point. Lobs one right on, and Gravel is there. He'll grab it with the glove, and he's going to hang on to it with 1:19 left on that penalty. A roughing call to Mooseheads defenseman Stephen Davis. 14:49 to play in this second period. Shots on goal 17-6 in favor of Charlottetown. So another night in which the Islanders are enjoying a big shot lead as Trudeau hands off to Plandowski. Heavy drive, and that is stopped as well by Gravel. Mentioned that the Halifax native Oscar Plandowski struck on the power play on Wednesday night. 4 goals now on the season for him, like Cam Wynot. Plandowski draft eligible, and these two have had some similar storylines, I suppose. Look back to the beginning of their Q League careers. Both players drafted by teams in Quebec in the first round. Plandowski, the last pick in that opening round back in 2019. Wynot going at 9, but neither of them playing with those Quebec clubs. Both dealt to teams in the Maritimes. Both can expect to hear their names called at the NHL entry draft. The next one is comes back to the line for Plandowski at the right point. He tried to direct it toward the net. That was broken up or knocked away by the Mooseheads. Vidicek tries to clear, kept in by Plandowski. Over to Patrick Kane, the left side. Down low for Beauregard, trying to fend off Barron. He'll get roughed up as it's steered toward the point for Plandowski. And he gets poked at, but it comes loose for Beach. Rips a shot at Gravel. Another big save, another glove stop. And the Mooseheads overage goaltender hanging on to that one. And it is just a much different looking Alex Gravel here between the pipes for the Mooseheads. This is shades of the Memorial Cup back in 2019 and that good playoff run. You look back to that series a few years ago. Couple of them against Drummondville in particular, and Rouyn-Noranda. Gravel playing some of his best hockey. Over to Noah Lowen. He'll hammer a shot right on. Gravel making the save, took it off the crest, and now Horvath with it in the corner. He'll rim it around, but nobody there for the Moose. DeRousseau picks it up. He'll slide it up top to Cormier. Fakes the shot. Back to DeRousseau. Hard rink-wide pass for Lowen. Lowen top of the circle. Steps in. Opens up DeRousseau, and Casey just missing in front with a little redirect. Didn't quite have the stick down on that one as he could have tapped it home. He'll play it back to the line for Cormier. For DeRousseau to allow it a shot. Kicked out by Gravel, and a good clear as Jones will send it the length up the ice. And another successful kill here for the Mooseheads as Davis now out of the box for Halifax. 13:25 to play. Islanders dump it in, and again, not getting the bounce they want off those end boards. Another icing with 13:23.
Tonight's Canadian Armed Forces family member of the game is Master Sailor Michael Chason. Michael's an outstanding member of the Royal Canadian Navy who puts forth a great work attitude and goes above expectations. Always eager to participate in all aspects of military life, Sailor Chason also volunteers for multiple secondary duties. The Dartmouth native contributes to multiple charities and volunteers in his community and across the province, even heading to his wife's hometown of Glace Bay each year for a softball tournament that honors a fallen soldier and family member. Mooseheads assistant captain Liam Payton recently honored Sailor Chason with a special military-themed Mooseheads jersey on behalf of the team and you, the fans, to say thanks for his service.
McDonald back with you live from the Scotiabank Center. 13:23 to go in the second period. Another good game in this season series between the Moose and the Islanders. Charlottetown on top, 1-0. Cam Wynot will fire one up the left wing side. Moose couldn't quite settle it down as Casey will steer it back in here for the Islanders. Budge will be on the net for DeRousseau. Over for Casey. That was knocked away from him by Halifax captain Justin Barron. He'll fire it off the boards back down into the Islanders' end. This applying some pressure down there is Biaska, and he takes a bad hit from behind from Stewart. And he's roughed up down there. Stewart grabbed a hold of the nearest guy to him. That may have been Orr, but that would have likely been a bit of a mismatch. Orr has not had a Q League fight. And Sean Stewart certainly no stranger to them. And he's going to go right to the dressing room here. Certainly hoping for all the best for Attilio Biaska. That was a scary looking check, one that you never like to see. And I went in head first. But the good news, he's right back up on his skates right now. Kind of shoulder first, I think. It was just one of those cross checks to the lower back, and Attilio Biaska going in very awkwardly there, but he will remain on the ice. Attilio Biaska in this game here tonight. He is the Mooseheads' top centerman on the depth chart. You look at some of the players that the Moose are missing, obviously. Huge loss in Elliot Desnoyers. He's out today with an upper body injury. That is after he put forth a fantastic performance over in Charlottetown on Wednesday night at a goal and 2 assists in that game. So the Moose are without their top scorer. That allows Biaska to be elevated in the lineup. And took that big hit, but it seems fine right now. And glad to see that. We're picking up a roughing penalty on that one for essentially getting roughed up. I mean, he was over there around Sean Stewart, but I'm not sure he did a whole lot. He just kind of got grabbed by the veteran Islanders defenseman and taken to the ice. There is a 2-minute penalty on the board right now for Orr. Sean Stewart with a 5. Not sure if they're going to call it cross-checking, checking from behind, boarding. There are probably a few options that you could potentially label that one. But as I said, the good news here for everyone, Attilio Biaska seems to be staying in the game right now. Sean Stewart, definitely not a dirty player. That is not his reputation. He plays hard, doesn't back down, real physical guy, but that was a check I'm sure that he would prefer to have had back as action continues here. It's going to be worked up ahead for Peters. Lets a shot go, and that was stopped by Ellis. I believe he got a piece of that one as Plandowski now will play it up ahead for Patrick Gay. He'll come in down the right wing side. Poked at by Wynot. Plandowski picks it up. Now Jones on it for the Mooseheads. Up ice, a breakaway for Peters. Makes his way in, tries to slip it home, and it's just wide. Out to Barron, a shot. An opportunity right there for the Mooseheads as the Islanders will clear it away. Some great chances. Peters had that breakaway opportunity. Justin Barron got a quality shot off as well, and the captain looking for more as he comes back up ice. He's gonna leave it over to Dumais. There's a shot. It looked like Trudeau was in that shooting lane as Dumais will swing it up top for Horvath. He'll back off toward his own blue line, takes it inside. The Mooseheads will try to get a line change in. 5-minute match penalty to Sean Stewart as Horvath will come back up ice now for the Moose, and he takes a good bump there from Thomas Casey, but it pops right to Robinson down low for Vinicek. Vinicek trying to settle it down as he gets knocked over, and that'll be cleared out by Lowen. Roughed up the Mooseheads rookie as Thomas Casey spins. He'll dish off. Great pass to Budgel. A shot stopped by Gravel, and another save there as Alex Gravel went out for a skate. I'm not sure if he thought he had that one or not. Thomas Casey will shoot it wide. Goes back to Lowen. He'll dish it off. Brett Budgel Over to Cormier. Cormier stepping off the goal line with it. And he's going to take this one out. Take it back down toward his own blue line. A set penalty. Over for, or off the board right now. So the Mooseheads on this man advantage will dump it in. Cormier trying to play it as it comes over to Biasca. He'll swing it up top to Wynot. Dished off for Sena Peters. He'll work it down low. Comes back toward the right point for Barron. Over to Wynot. A shot through some traffic. And Devils got a piece of that as the Islanders will clear it away. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left on this Halifax power play. Again, a match penalty to Sean Stewart for a check on Attilio Biasca. As this will be taken back up ice now. Justin Barron over now for Biasca. That's carried in, but the Moose working it into the Charlottetown end offside. So a break in the action and a whistle at the Isles blue line as we pass the midway point of period number 2. 9:57 left in this middle frame. Shots on goal 23-7 in favor of the Islanders, who lead 1-0. Face-off just outside that blue line as Vidicek will win it for the Moose. Jones trying to make his way in. He was stood up there at the line by Trudeau, and the Islanders will clear it away. Gravel out of his net to play it aside for Horvat. Overage defenseman. He'll look to skate it back up ice now for the Mooseheads. He'll swing it back for Dume. Over to Vidicek. Vidicek, he was pressured. Backed off, played it up ahead for Landon Myron. Myron dumps it in. Ellis out to play it. Trying to work it over toward the corner, and hopefully that hit Myron, that clearing effort, as Horvath has it at the line. He'll hand off for Jones toward the middle to Dume, and he shoots it just wide of the net. And the Islanders will clear the zone. 9:10 left in the second period. Minute 15 left in this Halifax power play. The Mooseheads slow it down. Horvat will play it up the left wing side for Landon Meyer, and he's poking at it in there. Battle now down behind the Islanders net. Dume in the middle of that. That puck kind of frozen up, and now the Moose able to work it loose. Bouncing puck, it rolls toward the blue paint. That one skipping away from Ellis as he sprawls out and gets his big glove on it. He will hang on to it here. Mooseheads will get an offensive zone face-off. They'll get a unit change in here as well as Justin Barron back out on the back end for the Mooseheads. He's on the blue line now with Cam Wynot. It's Biasca, Peters, and Orr up front. Face-off now to the right of Colton Ellis, his right, and that'll be won by the Isles and quickly cleared away. Gravel, he will sweep it beneath the goal line for Wynot, who comes back to collect with not a lot of time remaining on this Halifax power plays. Justin Barron drops it off for Wynot. He'll gain the zone as he comes in down the right wing. Left it for Peters, tried to rim it around, but Ellis out to break that up, and the Islanders with another good clear as it bounces down toward Gravel. And back behind the play, we have got a penalty, and Cam Wynot is going to head to the Mooseheads penalty box. It looks like a high sticking call, and he's going to have to be careful here. It looks like he just, I'm not sure if that was additional misconduct. That may have just been a warning, I think, from Jonathan Lanchel, as Cam Wynot had a few words to the official on the way off the ice. 19 seconds remaining on that penalty to Charlottetown's Sean Stewart. 8:12 left here in the second period. Islanders leading 1-0. A first period goal from Lucas Cormier. No allow it off the draw. Will put a shot right on net. Gravel got a stick out and ended up deflecting that up and out of play. And I'm still not exactly sure what we saw a few minutes ago with Alex Gravel going for a little skate behind his net while the puck came back to his blue line. Or came back, was being worked around down there in that Islanders end. He may have thought he had the glove on it. So Gravel, very confident. We've been seeing a lot of confidence from him lately, and he's able to shake that off. He's been solid.
Now for the Subway Shuffle. Get your phone out, open up the CHL app, and get ready to play along. Keep your eye on the cookie and guess which sub it's under. Congratulations to the vet. In Skybox 11, you won a $10 Subway gift card that can be picked up from the Moosehead shop in Scotia Square.
Yeah, welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey here on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back with you live from the Scotiabank Center in downtown Halifax. 8:06 to play in the second period. Islanders leading the Mooseheads 1-0. 4-on-4 hockey for the next few seconds before the Islanders will head off on an abbreviated power play. And Thomas Casey will circle down inside his own blue line here. His shot of the penalty box is Bailey Peach. Power play commences for Charlottetown as Casey will dance his way in, trying to dish off. And he had sent that one over toward Budgell. He got knocked over by Jason Horvath. Mooseheads can't get it out, though. DeRousseau handing it off. It comes back to the line to Cormier. Left side to Lau, and up top to Cormier. He'll let it go, and that is off the post. DeRousseau for Budgell. He'll bump it back over. Worked up top. Cormier to Lowen. Lowen backing off to Cormier. Letting that shot go, and that hit a couple of legs on the way through. Barron after the loose puck, and that's a good clear from the Halifax captain. Colton Ellis is out of his net to quickly play it ahead for DeRousseau. He'll drive it in down the right wing. Pulls up along the hash marks and trying to play it back to the line. Broken up by Orr. And now he'll streak up ice. A breakaway. Shorthand, and he scores! Bobby Orr on the breakaway. He'll bring the Mooseheads right back into it as he ties it up at 1. What a goal from the Mooseheads rookie. A shorty here at the Scotiabank Center for Bobby Orr. He's got 15 goals now on the season. Just a great play back at his own blue line. He comes busting in, and he's going to beat Colton Ellis on the glove side and strip that bouncy puck away from Cormier. Rips it past the glove of Ellis. Bobby Orr has made it a 1-1 hockey game here at the Scotiabank Center. Jones lining up now against Beauregard, and that face-off won by the Islanders. Beauregard as Peach plays it off toward center for Trudeau. He'll skate it in, dropped it off, and now poked at by Vinicek. Vinicek trying to race up ice here down the left wing. It's held up by Plantowski, and that allows the Islanders to regain control of it. Patrick Gay for Plantowski, and he'll skate it in, dropped it off. Beauregard down the wall for Plantowski. The Halifax-born defenseman deep in the action. He will swing it up top. Patrick Gay down low. A chance in front. They score. Bailey Peach is there. That puck bounces right out to him. He gets it off quick. And a power play goal here as the Islanders answer back. They'll restore their 1-goal lead. So they give up a shorthanded marker to the Mooseheads, but that is a good response from the Islanders. Great little play down there right in front of the net from Zach Beauregard. Quick hands from him as he pulled it to his forehand. Big pad save. Left pad of Gravel coming down to keep it out, but it pops right out to Peach. And Peach just able to knock it home. It's a 2-1 hockey game here in downtown Halifax as Alex David comes in to take this face off for the Mooseheads, and off the draw. David able to work it back for Horvath. Over now for Justin Barron. Barron will send it up the right side. Putnam chips it in. Trudeau comes back there to scoop it up. Try to work it around opposite corner. That was broken up, and now the Islanders on it. That'll be fired up ice by Trudeau. Good hit along the boards from Horvath. throws his weight around. A body check on Elliott. And Boyd now with a shove on Horvat down there deep in the Mooseheads end. Alex David trying to work it up the boards. Moose with a tough time clearing this one out as Barron's back on it now. And that'll be cleared out to center. It's going to be knocked in to the Islanders end by Pettin. Mooseheads get a line change in. 5:25 to go in the second period. Shots on goal 24-8 in favor of the Islanders. Charlottetown leading Halifax 2-1. It's sent off the wall and out to center ice. Dume knocks it down. He'll dish off on the left side. The Vidicek puts a shot right on net. Ellis steered it aside. Kieran Gallant pick up a loose puck. He'll get over center ice, dumps it in. He'll race after it. Gets to it before Wynot puts it on net. And that puck stopped by Gravel. He will cover up the rebound in front. Gets the glove down on it in the blue paint. And he'll hang on to it.
Fans, earlier tonight we told you to check in to win on the CHL app, and now it's time to reveal tonight's winner. Congratulations to the fans seated in Section 5, Row R, Seat 3. You're the lucky winner of a signed Mooseheads puck. Save your ticket and bring it to the Moosehead shop in Scotia Square before the next game to claim your prize. If you haven't checked in yet, it's not too late. We have trivia coming up in the second intermission. So download the CHL app, check in, and follow the on-screen prompts.
Welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey here on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back with you live from the Scotiabank Center. 4:53 to play in the second. Islanders lead 2-1. Face-off down here in the Mooseheads end. And off of this draw, Halifax trying to get it out. It's going to be swept up ahead. Orr will dump it in. He's got the Mooseheads' only goal. Ellis out of his net to play it. Use the body there to separate Biasca from the puck. As the netminder active, thrown toward the net, tipped in front. They score. Thomas Casey, stick on the ice, will redirect that one past Gravel. What a setup from Cedric Desrousseaux. And his top line for the Islanders, so lethal in this season series. Thomas Casey is going to push this lead to 2. Cedric Desrousseaux just kind of pulling up. He was waiting for Casey. He was driving, and Casey just able to redirect that one. I said it was off the stick. I'm not sure if that was off the skate or not. I didn't quite get a look at that replay, but regardless, a little redirection there from Thomas Casey. It's a 3-1 hockey game here in downtown Halifax. Ellis once again out of his net to work it off for Cormier. For Peach, that was broken up on the way out by Zach Jones. Cormier skated back down behind that Charlottetown net. Plays it up the left wing for Peach. And Peach will move it up ice for Patrick Gay. To the corner, Beauregard back for Gay. And that was off the stick of Peters as Beauregard will battle in front. Tied up there with Davis and a roll toward Gravel. And he will cover it up with 3:55 remaining here in the second period. A couple of real quick goals from the Charlottetown Islanders. And, I suppose all 3 goals here in the second. They have come in bunches. Just 2.5 minutes separating all 3 of those goals. First it was Orr tying the game up. And then a couple of quick ones from Peach and Thomas Casey. So Charlottetown leading Halifax 3-1. Puck poked past Noah Lowen. Quick pass over to Senna Peters. Peters working it off for Kyle Pettin. He swung it toward the slot. Bouncing puck in front that was knocked wide by Pettin as Mooseheads with a good little response shift right there. Jones, Pettin, and Peters. Boyd lets a shot go, and he'll clank that one off the iron. Back to Lowen, a heavy drive, and that was blocked on the way through as the Mooseheads will clear it out. Cormier heading back after it as it rolls over the goal line, and that is an icing charge here to the Mooseheads. And the officials will make sure that Moose have the correct skaters on the ice. Face-off coming up here to Alex Gravel's left. Ben Boyd that close to his 5th goal of the season. Bit of an old school fight back in the first period between Ben Boyd and call up Dylan Chisholm. Chisholm in his 5th straight game with the Moose. And now Oliver lets a shot go. Great save by Gravel. And a little windmill action there from the Mooseheads netminder, who still seems to be feeling it despite the quick goals from the Charlottetown Islanders, and certainly not a lot Gravel could do on that first goal for Charlottetown in this second period, that Bailey Peach goal that restored the Islanders' lead. We saw that great play right down along the goal line from Zach Beauregard, quickly pulled it to his forehand. Gravel made the initial stop on him, but he was down. There was a big rebound that popped out, and Bailey Peach able to come in and knock it past him, and then saw a fantastic redirect, a great tip from Thomas Casey as Trudeau lets a shot go, and another shot off the stick of Bailey Peach after the initial save, and now Peach is going to head to the penalty box as he hauled down Jason Horvat, and that will be a Mooseheads power play. Bailey Peach will now make his way to the Charlottetown penalty box. The Moose will get another chance on the man advantage. A hooking call to Peach. 3rd power play of the game coming up now for the Mooseheads. So Biasca out to take this one. He's got Bobby Orr on his left side, Senna Peters on the right wing, Barron and Wynot manning the blue line as the Islanders will win that draw. It's going to be cleared out now by Charlottetown, and Gravel out of his net to stop it. Back behind the play, Senna Peters was engaged with Kieran Gallant. Those two have been going at it a bit as of late as Justin Barron plays it down toward the corner. Mooseheads battling, trying to work it loose to Peters. He'll bump it off for Orr, back up top for Wynot. Cam Wynot. He'll shift, create some space. He'll drop it off now for Biasca. Biasca trying to thread a pass back there for Wynot. Hit the skate of Beauregard, and the Islanders will look to freeze it up along the boards as Halifax comes in, trying to knock it loose. Islanders killing some time off of this penalty to Bailey Peach as Justin Barron pinches in down the right side boards. Cormier with it for Charlottetown. He'll spin, launches at the length of the ice. Gravel out to stop it. And he'll play it up ahead now for Wynot. Up the left wing, Biasca. Biasca's got Trudeau all over him. Rolling puck toward the corner. Myron quickly on it. He'll rim it hard around the boards. Barron not able to get back there. And he'll get past him. He'll be forced after it. Sends it around the wall for Wynot. Just 40 seconds now left. Cam Wynot will carry it up ice for the Moose. He'll play it up the left side. Myron taking a hit there, and that will knock the puck loose. And now busting back the other way is Cedric Desrousseaux down the left wing. He lets a shot go. Gravel with the save. That puck bounced over Wynot. Plandowski held it in. Myron jams on the break, shakes Desrousseaux, and Landon Myron will work it back the other way, carried in offside. That's a tough break for Landon Myron. That little move to shake Cedric Desrousseaux back in his own end came back up ice down the left wing, but a teammate ahead of him. That leads to that offside call at the Islanders blue line, which is 68 seconds remaining here in the second period. Islanders 3, Mooseheads 1. Shots on goal heavily favoring the Islanders. Charlottetown outshot Halifax 44-22 on Wednesday. Mooseheads won 5-2. Tonight the shots 31-8 in the Isles' favor. Charlottetown with a face-off win. It stumped down. Gravel out to play it there for Horvat. Less than a minute to play in this middle period. Horvath will skate it in, comes in down the left wing. He threw it through the slot area. Now it's Bailey Peach on it for Charlottetown. Lost the puck. Dume's going to turn it over to Peach, though. Now Peach nailed by Horvath. Horvath, he got all of Peach right there. It was Peach trying to throw the check, but Horvath braced for that one. And Peach ends up on his backside, and those two will have a couple of words after that exchange. Peach had Horvath in his sight line, I guess. But he got a quick look at the replay there. That was definitely some preemptive stuff from the overage blue liner on the Mooseheads backhand. He was ready for it and then some. And obviously it was Peach not quite expecting that reversal there, as it's going to be rolled back into Mooseheads territory. Barron will battle down low for the Moose. Tied up down there with Budgel. The captain's all wrapped up as the Moose work it back the other way. Cormier on it in his zone end. He'll send it off the boards. Knocked down by Wynot. Good keep. Pettin tried to feed it over for Wynot. Broken up, but Wynot continuing to go to work here for the Mooseheads. He'll just chop it down over the corner, and that will do it. The Moose trailing the Islanders 3-1 through 40 minutes of play. And the temperature rising a bit as we get a few players tangled up down there along the Islanders goal line.
Drive home. Only on News 95.7, the official broadcaster of your Halifax Mooseheads.
Halifax's #1 radio station for breaking news, traffic, and weather. Only on News 95.7.
ISLES Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
Your Charlottetown Islanders want you back in the building. So they've partnered with Century 21 Colonial Realty to offer fan cutouts. Buy your fan cutout for $30 and you're automatically entered into the virtual Fan of the Game contest. Every home game gets you a chance to win great prizes from the Isles Team Shop and the grand prize of a 2021-2022 season ticket. Get details at charlottetown-islanders.com. Tune in or catch the next Islanders game at one of their viewing partner locations. They're home to Cape Breton this Tuesday and Wednesday.
By all means, go ahead and compare Lincoln to the competition. You may be surprised to see how our luxury SUVs stack up. With our calm interiors, suite of standard driver assist technologies, and pickup and delivery service, Lincoln brings you thoughtful experiences and comfort in the extreme. Schedule your discovery drive and compare Lincoln today. We're confident you'll be extremely glad that you did. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca.
Hey, you! What are you doing with my clipboard? Look, Coach, who I am isn't important, but your game plan is. See, you got armchair athletes here, and you got exercisers out there, and they're all making the most of winter. Some eat at home, some want to eat out watching the big game, and Hunter's Corner has winning plays for all of them. You're right. Hunter's Corner is a winning choice for all sports enthusiasts. There's always specials on when you're there to watch the game, or you can go online or use their app to pre-order food and beer for home delivery or curbside pickup. This winter, it's game on at Hunter's Corner.
"2020 is like a giant game of shinny. Whether your goal is the big leagues or just staying on your feet, we're all in this 2020 game together. None of us know which way our stick is going to be thrown, and all we can do is play within the rules, be safe, and bring our A game in 2020.
This message brought to you from Sean Casey, MP for Charlottetown, who is here to help.
This island, it's a place of new discoveries that's been waiting here for you. In every breath of wind and grain of sand, one island voice speaks through. This is a land of adventures, big and small, and quiet moments to wonder at the beauty of it all. This place, this island, it's for you and for me. This place, this island, it's where your spirit can be free. Come find your island. Prince Edward Island.
Buying local is now more important than ever. ADL is proudly PEI family farm owned and proud to offer you quality dairy products, especially ADL chocolate milk. Packed with 16 essential nutrients, ADL chocolate milk is delicious, nutritious, and a family favorite. While many things have changed, ADL quality dairy products have remained the same. Next time you're out shopping, is ADL chocolate milk in your grocery cart?
Island made, you can tell. It comes from a good place. ADL. ADL.
Introducing the new EastLink TV experience. Now with TiVo, get voice command,
Watch Jesse,
personalized recos, and all the content you love in one place. Spend less time searching and more time watching. That's the EastLink Edge.
It's Fair Isle Ford, Charlottetown Islanders Radio. Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
Peter Norton from Norton's Jewelers here. Myself, my son Craig, and our team are proud to be your local neighborhood jewelers. As people who are born and raised on the island, we know the importance of local. We shop local, eat local, and give locally. We encourage you to do the same and continue to support your community by connecting and buying from local business owners like myself and others. We're happy Norton's Jewelers is open, and we look forward to seeing you to help you add another chapter to your love story with the perfect piece of jewelry.
Norton's Jewelers. There's a shot. Islanders score.
Hi, this is Sean Casey, your MP for Charlottetown. Our federal government is working hard to make sure we have your back during this epic challenge. We'll block shots and keep digging so you can reach your goals. Call for information on programs and services supporting all Charlottetown Islanders.
Call 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
Welcome to this edition of Inside the Isles. Maiden Northcott with you as always, joined by Islanders assistant captain, third year with the team, big defenseman on the point, number 6, Noah Lau. And Noah, thanks for taking a few minutes here.
Perfect, yeah, it's awesome to be here.
Now looking at this season, we're just kind of getting back into the swing of things now when we're recording this. It's the day before our first game of 2021. Looking back in 2020, they played 18 games so far. How are you feeling about your season? You've been off to a rocket hot start yourself, statistically, but also with the team as a whole.
Yeah, for sure. No, I think personally I'm happy with where my game's at in the first half, and same with the team. I mean, when you get off to the start that we have as a team and we're playing as well as we have, it's easy to have personal success, and team success is obviously the most important, but it's easy to combine those two things together, I think.
Yeah, this season, I mentioned at the top, assistant captain with the club right now. Your first season wearing a letter. How has it felt moving into a little bit more of a leadership role now? You're one of the veterans on the team.
Yeah, no, for sure. Obviously, it's something I take pride in. Obviously, being a leader, and I've been in the league for 4 years now. I think, fourth year. So obviously, I've been through it a little bit and helping out the younger guys as much as possible. So it's a big honor for me and something I take a lot of pride in. And I'm really glad that I get to do it here in Charlottetown.
You mentioned the guys in the locker room. There's a few more guys here now that we talk about. Guys you've already met: Bailey Peach, Sean Stewart, and two guys who are still in isolation at the time of this recording. Patrick Gay and Braden Virtue. Why don't you quickly talk about those trades and what that means for the locker room? What was kind of the sense when yourself and some of your teammates heard about some of the acquisitions that were made?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, I think when you say goodbye to two guys like Justin Gill and Anthony Hamel, it's a little tough at first. They were really good teammates and friends to everybody in that locker room. But those are guys you'll keep in contact with and down the road and always be friends with. But I think what the staff did, bringing in Bailey and Sean and Patrick and Braden, I think will go a long way for our team. Bailey and Pat both have a lot of skill and talent on the forward side, and I think they'll bring lots of goal scoring to us. And Virtue and Stewart are two guys that are tough to play against, and I think will provide a lot of depth back there in the defense and make us a real pain to play against.
One thing that has really changed about yourself, anyways, is the luscious locks here. Like, what is going on with this hair? I got to take a sidebar here from the hockey questions and ask what's going on with the hair. Like, where did this come from? I've known you'd always have the little short mane, and now you got these flowing locks here.
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I used to try and grow it out, but I couldn't get it as nice as I think I have it now. But yeah, usually with the short hair, but just with COVID and everything this year, it's just kind of been something that I run with a little bit and see how it goes. I definitely think I might be due for one soon here.
I don't know, man. If you keep growing it out, like you could end up with like look at some of the guys. Like you look at Brandon Tanev in the NHL. Like some of the hair right now out there, you're on your way, I think.
Yeah.
All right, looking back at minor hockey for a second, because in all the times that you've been here in Charlottetown, I don't think you and I have ever really talked about like what it meant to, growing up in hockey. Who were some of those influences for you, both like kind of like growing up in minor hockey, whether it be like coaches or parents or volunteers? Was there anybody that kind of stands out to you above and beyond all else?
Well, obviously my parents are a huge influence for me. They've supported me all the way through my career, and my dad, growing up, he was actually a scout with the Rocket at the time, and the first year at Charlottetown, and then he moved on to Baie-Comeau. But it's kind of cool to follow kind of in his footsteps. He started with this organization. Now it's my turn to kind of be in here. In terms of coaches, I think one coach that stands out for me would be Kevin Mitchell. He's a pretty well-known name around Nova Scotia, probably around the Maritimes, and even probably in Hockey Canada. I had him for a couple of years in Pee Wee and Bantam, and I think I learned a lot from him, and he taught all the players that played for him a lot. So I think those people are two people that definitely had big influences in my career, and people I learned a lot from and helped me get where I am today.
You talk about that full circle kind of moment where your dad starts with the organization, going back to, like you said, the PEI Rocket, and being here in the first year of the Charlottetown Islanders, and now you're part of the team as well. Overall, looking at your time here in Charlottetown to this point, because obviously there's still so much more left to go, how would you say you've enjoyed your time here in Charlottetown?
I love it. I mean, I think everybody here that plays here really enjoys it. I think our staff with the coaches, they're amazing, top notch, and I mean there's not much more you can say about how amazing Kevin Spide are. So the staff as a whole, and then just the city. I think the city is amazing. It's a close-knit community. There's all kinds of hidden gems around here, and PEI is a beautiful spot, so I definitely, I've enjoyed it a lot here, and I definitely think it'll be a spot that I come back to a lot in the future.
Now, looking in the future, as I said off the top, time of recording this is the day before the first game of 2021. What would you say your goals are for not only yourself, but for your teammates for the second half of the season?
Yeah, I think personally, just kind of continuing the success that I had in the first half. Like I said, I was really happy with how my game was in the first half, and I think just continue to build on that and excel at the best level that I can. I think all the guys around me are going to give that opportunity. And then I think in terms of group play, I think the group in there has a lot of high expectations for ourselves, right from the staff to the players. There's a lot of excitement around the group we have here, and I think we're going to be competitive, and obviously the goal is to win a championship whenever that may be. But I think we all have a lot of faith in the group that we have here, and I think that's something that we all believe we can achieve.
Well, I think whenever that may be is probably the perfect answer for it, but I do believe personally it's a matter of when and not if. So Noah, thanks for taking a few minutes here to chat, and best of luck in the second half here.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, that was Inside the Isles with Noah Lowen, and I'm Aiden Northcott with you as always.
A new online mental health resource is now available to Islanders. It's called Bridge the Gap, and it's part service directory, part knowledge hub, and the go-to resource for mental health and substance use information and support for all ages. You can browse programs, connect with local clinicians, and find peer support anytime, anywhere. And the best part, Bridge the Gap is absolutely free to use. Visit pei.bridgethegap.ca to learn more. That's GAP with 2 P's. This ad paid for by the Government of Prince Edward Island with funding support from Canada Health Infoway.
Thomas Casey flying in there in the backhand all the way to the goal. He scored! QMJHL Friday Night Hockey is back exclusively on Eastlink Community TV. To subscribe, visit eastlink.ca.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio.
Weather for Centennial Nissan. Conquer winter in the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue. Featuring intelligent all-wheel drive with 5 distinct all-wheel drive modes. Sport, terrain, normal, eco, and snow. Get excited for the award season sales event at Centennial Nissan in Charlottetown and Summerside.
When you provide quality local products for your community, they'll support you back. For over 65 years, ADL has been supporting communities on the island. ADL gives back to the community through local hockey rinks, hospitals, community events, and so much more. It's not just better for your family, it's better for PEI. ADL. Quality, local, community involved. Visit them online at adl.ca.
Island made, you can tell. It comes from a good place. ADL. ADL.
Hi, it's Sean Casey, your Member of Parliament for Charlottetown. These are trying times for all Canadians. Thank you to everyone who is doing their part to keep Prince Edward Island and Charlottetown safe. A special shout out to all healthcare and other essential workers who put themselves on the front line for us each and every day. Call my office at 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
Quitting smoking is one of the hardest things you will ever do, but help is available. The PEI Smoking Cessation Program is available to support all Islanders who smoke or use other tobacco products and are ready to quit by providing nicotine replacement therapy or specific cessation medications. Now is the time to put your health first and make the first step towards quitting. Live your best life smoke-free. Visit princeedwardisland.ca/quit smoking or call the Smokers Helpline, 1-877-513-5333. Paid for by the province of PEI.
We're back with more Charlottetown Islanders Fair Isle Ford Isles Radio.
And that was Charlottetown Islanders play-by-play broadcaster George Matthews as they are just ready for period number 3. The Mooseheads trailing the Islanders 3-1 after 40 minutes of play. We are underway. The Moose quickly dumped it in. Ellis came out of his net to play it, knocked it ahead for DeRousseau. He'll fire it up ice now for Casey. He'll dangle his way back behind the Mooseheads net that was dropped off. Casey right back on it now, trying to kick it to his forehand there. Wasn't quite able to get it up as DeRousseau worked it out. Lowen back to DeRousseau. He'll play it back toward the line for Lowen. Down toward the corner. That's a rolling puck along the boards. Cormier trying to keep it in there at the left point. He'll lob it toward the net, and that is stopped. A pad save for Alex Gravel, who has been pretty busy in this one. Now, the other end of the rink, Colton Ellis, certainly less so. The Moose with some big pieces out of the lineup tonight. They do not have Elliot Denoyer. They do not have Zach Leroux. In their absence is just 8 shots on net for the Mooseheads so far. So 32-8 the shots here in the third period in favor of the Islanders as we have a face-off to Alex Gravel's right. Off the draw, Robinson. For Peters up to Jones. And now Cam Wynot will get it up and over the red line. He hammers that one in. Giving chase after it is Peters. Bouncing puck, Peters on it. A little battle continues here as it's going to be knocked down over the corner. Pettin and Trudeau will battle as it's going to be knocked around the wall to Virtue, and he'll flip one out. That will end up rolling down toward Gravel, so he'll be forced to cover it up with 1:13 gone in this third period. It's a 3-1 hockey game. Charlottetown Islanders with goals in this one from Lucas Cormier, Bailey Peach, and Thomas Casey. Dylan Chisholm getting some applause here as he comes out of the penalty box. Dylan Chisholm with that big fight back in the first period with Ben Boyd. A heavyweight tilt here at the Scotiabank Center as the Mooseheads break out. It's going to be carried up ice by Barron. He'll come in down the left wing side, kind of lost a handle on it, but he'll get it back. Try to slide it down toward the corner for Dume. A little too hot to handle as Gallant plays it up ice for Oliver. He'll send it into the Mooseheads. And now Oliver for Gallant on the backhand, poked at by Gravel, and he wasn't quite able to handle it. Gallant couldn't quite settle it down as Gravel came out to challenge. The net has got knocked off down behind the Mooseheads netminders, so we get a break in the action once again with 18:21 left here. But what an opportunity for Kieran Gallant. Oliver spotting him all alone, and Gravel just sprawling out. Keeps it out. Face-off just outside the Mooseheads blue line. Jones lined up against Beauregard, and Beauregard, who's over 58% in face-offs this season. He wins another one, stumped in. Dylan Chisholm will send it around the boards. That was kept in by Cormier. Played up the wall now for Alex David. Puck kind of frozen up here along the boards. And Chisholm able to come in and work it loose for Robinson. Over to Merle Putnam. Putnam will send it off the wall, back down into the Islanders' end. Allowing to drop it off there for Cormier. Cormier looking up the middle. That will end up right down in the Mooseheads crease. And with Drew Elliott pressing, Gravel will hang on to it. We'll have another face-off down here in the Halifax end. A bit more line matching, of course, with that top line of the Charlottetown Islanders on the ice. Cedric DeRousseau, Brett Budgeland, Thomas Casey. J.J. Daniel countering with Liam Payton, Bobby Orr, and Attilio Biascus. It's bounced up ahead for Orr, driving in a shot, and that's stopped by Ellis. And now a scramble at the side of the net as we got a couple of chops in. Liam Payton was trying to work it toward the front of the net. Big save, though, from Colton Ellis as he shuts the door on Orr. But, man, that speed on display once again. Great play for Horvat, from Horvat, to get that puck up ice. He just shoveled it up ahead. Little aerial pass, and Orr, so quick, able to sneak in behind the Islanders. Came in down that right wing, took it to the net on the backhand. Ellis making the save. Face off here to Ellis' right. Mooseheads control off the draw. Face off win for Biasca, but that's going to be stripped away by the Islanders. Budgel will fire it off the wild foot race now as Casey will blaze after it, pokes it across the goal line. They score. A wild play down there around the Mooseheads net, and the Islanders are going to add to their lead here. Thomas Casey just busting down after that one as he came with all kinds of speed down the right wing side. Gravel had come out to play it, and just a wild hop there as that just bounces in. It looks like it went in off the toe of Gravel. So the pad was extended. It's just going to bounce in off the Mooseheads netminder. Pinball play there for Casey, and the Charlottetown native with his 28th goal of the season will make it a 4-1 hockey game. Just a real tough break there for Gravel, who been playing such a good game for the Mooseheads. Alex Gravel has gone down the tunnel here. Get a little pause here, and I'm not quite sure. I guess Brady James now coming in. So Brady James will come into this game in relief of Alex Gravel. And miscalculation, I think, for Gravel on that last play, but he's had a real solid outing here this evening. Rookie Brady James now coming into this contest. Patrick Gay will come in down the right wing. He'll try to lob one toward the net. That was blocked by Robinson. As Robinson continuing his strong play for the Mooseheads. It's Jordan Dumais. Get to that one first. It was kept in. Pressured down here in the corner. Islanders will come away with it. Patrick Gay threw it toward the net. And it looked like LeBlanc got a stick on it as Brady James tested early as he comes into this hockey game, replacing Alex Gravel just about 3 minutes into the third period. And Gravel with a solid outing here tonight, I think. 31 saves in goal for the Mooseheads. Brady James now will get a little bit of ice in this one as the Islanders will win it. It's going to be sent down over the corner. That bounced past Gallant. Dylan Chisholm sending it up the left wing side off the boards and out to neutralize. Pettin battling there for the Moose, but Lowen will shovel it back into Halifax territory as Chisholm dishes off for Davis. And that's broken up out at center. Punched back in by Peach down over the corner. And he takes a hit there from Davis as he will knock him over. Chisholm playing some hard-nosed hockey with Elliott along the boards down here in the Mooseheads end. The puck knocked out for Centipeders. He'll clear it to center. Lowen on it. He'll dish it off for Lucas Cormier. Cormier pressured at neutral ice, but he'll get it back for the Islanders. Dumped it in. And that was blocked by Chisholm. And again, the Mooseheads playing it out to center. It's Cormier on it once more. Ahead now for Boyd. A little battle there as Davis tried to slow him up, but Boyd so strong, tough guy to move. Even if it's a big, strong blue liner like Stephen Davis. And now the Mooseheads get it back. Landon Myron out to center, but you're gonna have the Islanders just collapse on him. So we get a shot that was blocked. They were Rousseau off the bench. He'll fire one wide of the net. Karam's off the boards back to the left point. Trudeau with it now for Charlottetown. He'll turn that one over to Robinson. Robinson up ahead for Myron, but a good read by Virtue as he got in there and got a stick in that passing lane. Brady James out of his net to play it. He'll send it up the left wing, and Mooseheads captain Barron flipping it out. Will Putnam try to get to it, but Trudeau on it first down here in the Islanders' end as Casey steers it up ice for Budgel. That was broken up out at center. Not a lot of space in the neutral zone right now as it's been clogged up. Trudeau will play it up the left wing, and a pass that will bounce off of a skate. Puck is loose at center. Casey will play it back toward his own blue line for Trudeau. Trudeau's got Liam Payton on him, but the Islanders again able to clear the zone. Orr takes a poke at it there. Justin Barron throws his weight around. A hit on DeRousseau. Virtue trying to punch it in down the right wing. Lets a shot rip. That was wide of the net, and it bounces out toward Orr. It was just about off to the races, but Ryan Maynard on it first for the Islanders, and he'll force it back down into the Mooseheads end. 6 minutes gone here in the third period. Mooseheads had tied the game up at 1 back in the second, but the Islanders, since that, they've got 3 unanswered. And they'll look to break out now as Drew Elliott circles. He'll carry it up the left wing side. Dish that one off. Good read by Jordan Dumais. Broke it up, and he'll hand off for Orr. He'll fire one in toward Ellis, and he'll get the glove on it and hang on to it with Jordan Dumais pressing. 13:35 to play in the third.
With our new curbside pickup, you can get your Subway in style. Just download the Subway app and choose curbside pickup. It's like having a valet for your Subway.
Your Majesties, your Subway.
New curbside pickup at participating restaurants.
How does your home greet the world? Ensure it makes an outstanding impression with doors and windows from Coltec. Built to the highest quality and energy efficiency standards, each one is custom made to any color, shape, or size. Coltec. Find great service at a dealer near you.
Face off down on the Islanders end, off the draw. A little battle here along the half wall. It's going to be knocked back down behind the Isles net. Cormier there trying to play it up the boards, and that was kept in by Robinson. He let a shot go, punched away by Ellis. And the Islanders will carry it back the other way. Patrick Gay trying to make his way right down the middle. Got poked at. Islanders, so they will maintain control of it. LeBlanc, he was spotting Bailey Peach. It was trying to make his way around down toward the side of the net. Comes back to Lowen at the line. He'll float one in on James, and Freddie James making the save as Zach Jones will poke at Bailey Peach down behind the Mooseheads net. Those two exchanging a couple of words. Bailey Peach taking a massive hit. Jason Horvath late in the second period. Had a pretty good game the last time he was here at the Scotiabank Center. Former first-round pick of the Sherbrooke Phoenix back in 2017. Each with a couple of goals, 8 shots on net. Peach taking a big hit tonight from Jason Horvath. So too is Sam Oliver. He's out to take that draw and win it for the Islanders. Chisholm battling down in the corner. This puck comes free for Jordan Dumais. Dumais center, Islanders territory, and just enough gas on that one for an icing call. So the faceoff will move back down to the other end of the rink here with 12:44 left in period 3. Shots on goal now, 37-11. In favor of the Charlottetown Islanders. Alex Gravel coming out of this game after giving up the 4th goal. Stephen Davis knocking over Kieran Gallant right off that face-off. As Braden Virtue inside his own blue line with it back here in the Charlottetown end. He'll partner it off to Trudeau. He'll spin and dish it off for Virtue. Virtue up the middle for Oliver. He'll play it on the right side to Gallant. The Gallant takes a big hit along the boards from Dylan Chisholm, who had him halfway over. Vidicek off the wall and out to center ice. Some small area battles out there as Virtue is able to sweep it back. for Peach, and that was dumped into the Mooseheads end. Justin Barron ahead now for Davis. He'll try to flip it out with some help. Putnam gets it through center, and Jones now will drive it in, trying to make his way toward the net. Got held up there by Plantowski. Back to the line to Barron. A shot kicked out by Ellis. Horvath winds and fires. Looked like that may have caught a piece of Plantowski's shin pad as it goes up and out of play with 11:42 to go in this final period. Islanders 4, Mooseheads 1. Only Halifax goal coming from Bobby Orr back in the second period. His 15th of the year came at 13:05. No Islanders after that. So that goal from Orr tied it at 1. Bailey Peach would restore the Islanders lead 41 seconds later. Off this face-off, Justin Barron tried to hold it in, but Casey dove at it and knocked it out. Only puck down toward the Mooseheads net. Brady James out to play it off the end boards for Horvath. The pass up the middle, that missed. Budgel shoots and scores. Brett Budgel spins, puts it on net. Will capitalize on a Mooseheads turnover that proves to be costly. It's a 5-1 hockey game here at the Scotiabank Center. Brett Budgel with his 13th of the season. The Mooseheads turning that one over on that little breakout. It was a pass from Horvath for Barron. It bounced off his stick, quickly worked over to Budgel, and Budgel spins, puts it on net. Short pass from Casey he took. It's a 5-1 game. 11:26 to go in this final period. This one getting certainly a little out of hand right now for the Mooseheads. They're hanging with the Islanders up to the latter stages of the second period. Weren't sure, though, how this one would go here tonight with those big pieces missing up front. Mooseheads without their top two scorers, Elliot Desnoyers and Zach Leroux. Down here in the corner, Jordan Dumais putting in some work along the boards. Vidicek will fire it back for Cam Wynot. That hopped over to the defenseman's stick and comes back down into the Mooseheads, and it rolls on James as well. And it's bouncing on everyone down there as LeBlanc was unable to make a play with it. Now the Islanders will try to force it back in. Patrick LeBlanc down the right wing side. Got held up there by Wynot. LeBlanc getting it back, set toward the line for Lau, and he'll fire a shot punched away by James. Cormier trying to throw it toward the net. That was off the side of the goal, and Wynot will slow things down here as the Mooseheads try to reset. Wynot had Big Ben Boyd barreling after him. He's able to evade him. He'll get to center and dump it in as Ellis is out to dish it off. Cormier, he'll bounce it off the boards for Boyd toward the middle for Gallant. Gallant leaving it now for Oliver. He'll let a shot go. Stopped by James as Oliver drives the net. He'll get cleared away. Islanders looking pretty sharp out there at center. Some good chemistry on display. They were to find one another. And a good shot on net. James making the save. Mooseheads will get set for a face-off down here in their end. As Zach Beauregard comes out to take the draw. He'll line up against the Mooseheads, Zach Jones. Zach Jones with a face-off win right there as Peters will fire it off the boards. Tried to make his way around a couple of Islanders. Got held up by Patrick Gay. Now backing off into his end is Davis. Over for Chisholm. Beauregard took a run at Chisholm, who made the play and sent it out to center. Patrick Gay trying to force it back in now for the Charlottetown Islanders. Chisholm will scoop it up. Dylan Chisholm now on it for the Moose. He'll hand off for Kyle Pettin, who gets over the red line. He'll dump that one in. Trudeau will hand off for Virtue. Virtue back for Trudeau. Islanders will just slow things down here with less than 10 to play in the third period. A big 5-1 lead for Charlottetown. Budgel, he stood up there by Barron, and now the Mooseheads breaking out up ice. It's Putnam down the wing. He lets a shot go, and it ends up wide of the net. Putnam, he'll get it back. He tried to sweep it toward the front of the net for Dumais. That was broken up. Budgel now will dish off for Plantowski. Chipped up ahead, knocked down by Horvath. He'll punch it in. Comes in down the left wing side, and a lot of room for him there, but he's able to send it down the boards. Putnam trying a short pass for Dume. Battle continues, and the Islanders able to get it out as it'll trickle back down into the Halifax end of things. Mooseheads captain Justin Barron back here for the Moose. Up the left side now for Attilio Biasca. Broken up. Lowen plays it up. Drew Elliott will chop it wide as he took a short pass there from Cedric Desrousseaux. Impact along the boards as Robinson roughed up Gallant. Now Justin Barron on it for the Mooseheads. It's Halifax breaking out, carried up ice by Payton. He'll fire a shot, and that is gloved by Ellis. 8:03 to go in the third period. Islanders leading 5-1. No allowing and Liam Payton. Gareth McDonald back with you live from the Scotiabank Center. 8 minutes to play here in the third period. Defensive zone face-off for the Islanders, and they will control off of this draw. Lowen, he will play it up the left wing, and it's carried up ice now by Boyd. Over to Bailey Peach. Peach will spin to Boyd, lets a shot go, and that is up and over the net, back toward the line. Now Lowen looking for Peach. Peach spins and throws it toward the goal. It's going to deflect off a stick down toward Brady James, and the Islanders the Mooseheads netminder rather stopping that Islanders shot and hanging on to it here. Brady James coming into this game early in this third period. Just a few minutes in, relieved Alex Gravel. Kind of I suppose strange to see Gravel come out of this game, but we did see a similar thing the last time that the Mooseheads had faced off against the Islanders here at the Scotiabank Center. Perhaps it was a call at the time, a decision to pull Gravel that J.J. Daniel said after the game was certainly nothing to do with Gravel's play on the ice. It was more to do with getting him ready for the game the next day. And obviously no game the next day here today. Puck played back to the point for Trudeau at the left side. He will send it off the end boards for Gallant. Worked out front, a chance. And Brady James will shut the door in tight. I believe that was Zach Beauregard down there trying to sniff out a loose puck. These two teams have seen a whole lot of one another. 17th meeting of the year tonight. Mooseheads on Wednesday ending a 9-game losing streak to the Islanders. And in the process, they snapped a franchise best 15-game win streak for Charlottetown. They'll do it all over again over in Charlottetown on Tuesday night. Thomas Casey able to work it loose for Budgel. Budgel will try to create some space, plays it up top to Maynard. He'll whistle a shot wide of the net, a bouncing puck. Plantowski knocking it down toward the corner, and that's broken up by the Mooseheads and cleared away. Rolls back down into the Islanders set, and Maynard on it here with Orr trying to apply a little bit of pressure there. The forecheck, he got held up by the netminder Ellis. And Cedric Desrousseaux will streak up ice toward the middle for Budgel. It's sent down toward the corner. Halifax on it, off the glass and out. Carried ahead by Justin Barron over to Liam Payton. Liam Payton spinning with it, and he's kind of tied up over there. A bit of an arm lock with Lucas Cormier. So comes out to neutralize, and it'll be dumped right back in by Barron. And the Moose trying to get a wholesale change in. Puck sent out to center by Charlottetown. Alex David playing it back into his own end there for Wynot. He'll work it up the left wing boards for Jones. Tries to spin away from his check. Wynot circling. He'll play it up ahead for Merle Putnam. Called up from Pictou County Crushers, the Maritime Hockey League. His 4th game as a Moosehead. Former 13th round pick of the Herd back in 2019. Islanders trying to go to work down here in the Halifax end. Robinson with a good hit. Now a chance in front, bouncing puck, and that'll be sent around the boards by Wynot. It's loose. Cormier pinching in, trying to seal the wall there. It was Putnam. Cormier will fire it back in. James out to play it. He'll rim it up the wall, and that was kept in. LeBlanc racing. Cam Wynot. He'll dish off for Lucas Robinson. And Robinson turns it over to LeBlanc. There's a shot, and that goes wide of the net. Vidicek able to chip it toward the middle. Putnam was driving, but couldn't quite find a handle on this. Gallant punches it back in. Down the left wing. He'll slide it wide. Virtue. He'll pinch in. Down along the half wall here in the right boards. It's going to be sent around the wall. Boyd and Putnam will tie up. Wynot in to help out, trying to work it loose. Just 4:25 left in this hockey game. The Moose in a big hole here, 5-1. The shots very lopsided as well, 42-13 in favor of the Islanders. Just looks like we got a penalty coming up here to Ben Boyd. I'm not sure if that was a high stick or not. May have been a high stick from Kyle Pettin. So the stick of Pettin came up, indeed a high stick.
You can hear the Herd here. News 95.7, your home for Halifax Mooseheads hockey. Catch tonight's post-game show on your way home, only on News 95.7.
Welcome back. Islanders on a power play. There's a shot that was blocked on the way through. Comes back toward the line here. The right point. Trudeau keeps it in. He'll send it down for Plantowski. Lets a shot go. That's off of Brady James, and it's going to roll all the way back down to the Islanders' end as Orr hustled after it. Trudeau getting to it first. Mooseheads trailing the Islanders 5-1. Just a 2-minute penalty for high sticking to Kyle Pettin. That's what sent the Mooseheads veteran forward to the penalty box. Beauregard will send it down low into the Halifax end. It's going to pop loose for Justin Barron. A good pass up the left wing for Jones. Jones will make his way in. Jones behind the net with it. Pulls up, shakes Trudeau. We try to center out front, but that was blocked. And then Jones got a pretty good shot from Oscar Plantowski. Trudeau will leave that for Patrick Gay, and he'll punch it in right down the middle. Great feed to Elliott, a shot, and that was sent up and over the net. And the Mooseheads will clear it out. Liam Payton fires it the length of the ice. Ella's way out of his net to stop it. They'll leave it there for Ryan Maynard. 2:47 to go. Maynard back up ice now for the Islanders. He'll launch it in off the corner boards, pops out to Vidicek, and that will be cleared away. Maynard back on it now for the Charlottetown Islanders. Up the right side to Virtue. Virtue will make his way in. He pulls up, takes a look with it. Sends it over now to Ryan Maynard. Maynard dishing off. There's a shot from Oliver that was stopped by James. Loose puck in front. That skips over a stick, and it's a successful kill for the Mooseheads as Pettin tries to get back in the play. Stephen Davis on it now for Halifax. He'll carry it up ice. Over for Orr. Orr circling out at center. Takes it back down into his own end. Less than 2 minutes to play here. Islanders carry it back in. And over the blue line there is Davis will pick it up and fire it ahead for Santa Peters. She'll try to drive it in. Gallant try to line him up, and Peters knocking Gallant over as it's going to be worked down toward the net of Ellis. He cleared it aside for Cormier, and now the Islanders looking to break out as Beauregard fires it up the left wing side for LeBlanc. Knocked off of his stick. Now Robinson and Dume battling with LeBlanc just outside the Mooseheads blue line. Dume is going to be taken down there by Kieran Gallant. Moose will dump it in. Down to 68 seconds here with the Islanders on top, 5-1. This game was tied at 1 back in the second period after a short-handed goal for the Mooseheads. Bobby Orr, but 4 unanswered for the Isles since then. Now Elliott trying to drive his way toward the net. Got tripped up there. Dume will work it toward the middle for Orr. Tries to turn on the Jets as he was streaking down on Cormier, but the Vegas Golden Knights prospect able to poke it away, and now he'll take it for a skate back the other way. Cormier for Boyd, spins, puts it on net. A stop for Brady James as Attilio Biasca will wind up. Down to 28 seconds remaining. Work down toward the corner. Biasca with it for the Moose. He'll bump it off the wall up top to Horvat. Lets it go, and a loose puck there in front. Myron turning. Couldn't quite get any wood on that one as it's going to be sent back down into the Mooseheads set, and now quickly fired up ice by Barron. That was picked off out at center. The Islanders will shovel it back into Mooseheads territory, and that will do it here tonight. 5-1 the final. The Charlottetown Islanders defeating the Mooseheads. His short 1-game win streak for the Mooseheads over this Islanders team quickly coming to an end here tonight. The Moose with some big holes in the lineup and a lot of pushback in the late going to the second period from this veteran Islanders club. Busy night for the Mooseheads goaltenders and a not so busy night for Colton Ellis as the Islanders netminder picks up his 22nd win of the season, improves to 22-1 on the year, facing just 15 shots tonight, stopping 14 of them, and he remains real dominant in this season series with the Mooseheads. Right now it's 14-3, the Islanders' record at this point. Mooseheads have picked up some points in extra time. A few games going to overtime and a shootout. So a couple games go to OT, one and a third game going all the way to a shootout. OT and a shootout required in that one last Sunday night over in Charlottetown. But Ellis remaining perfect against the Mooseheads here this year. He's now 9-0 against Halifax. His numbers very impressive. He's given up just 10 goals against. 3 stars in the game here tonight. Lucas Cormier. He's the 3rd star. Thomas Casey, the 2nd star, and Jason Horvat. He was real physical in this one. Lots of big hits. He gets the 1st star nod through 4 hits in this game here this evening. So we'll be back to wrap it all up with the post-game show. You've been listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey live from the Scotiabank Center on News 95.7.
Scotiabank Country Crew and Scotiabank Center staff, this is the atmosphere of a safe drive home in Moose